up everybody, I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you a tips and tricks video for one of my favorite characters in the game. In my current main, I've pretty much had 3 mains in the game since my 4 years of playing this, and he's my current main as of right now. I'm going to be showing you a tips and tricks video, showing you some things that will help you out, you fellow Doomsday players. They'll help you really get a feel for how to play with the character, and showing you a few things that I've learned from other Doomsday players and from playing against others online with this character, and of course offline against the AI. Without further ado, now first off, I forgot to mention this. This is in no way a guide video. This is not telling you how to play as Doomsday. This is not a combo video. If you have no idea how to play as Doomsday but really want to learn this character, I really do suggest that you check out TrueUnderDawgGaming's guide, and I also have a moveset video up. I'll put both of those in the description. But anyways, without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so first off, now another thing I forgot. This is assuming that you already know how to play as Doomsday. So if you have no idea how to play this character, again, please check out one or both of those videos in the description below. Okay, so first off, we're going to take a look at his Earthshake. Now, many people get to are mistaken that this is unblockable when it actually isn't. It's really hard to block, so it's pretty much unblockable, but you can block this with practice. This move essentially hits overhead and then low right afterwards, like that. Now if you're looking to block it, hold on a second. It's gonna take practice, something like that. Not even many people online actually do not, even they've played the game for a while, they still have trouble really blocking this, so it's gonna take some practice. Again, pretty much the only time I've seen this consistently blocked is when playing against the AI. That's pretty much it. So and I'm actually gonna show you guys how to block it. Let's see. And we're gonna have Doomsday just do the Earthshake. Again, it takes practice, like that. You're usually gonna want to hit back, and then as soon as you hit back, use your D-pad in a downward diagonal motion, something like that. Again, it's instant, so your timing has to be absolutely perfect, or you're gonna get hit. Okay, now another thing that I've learned with Doomsday. Now a lot of people don't really, they pretty much know about the traits, but they don't really understand how each trait can be used to its full potential, or how it can be exploited. Like for example, Doomsday's trait can be exploited in a lot of ways. It's really not that hard to get through. So when you use it, it's not a good idea to just spam it and use it constantly, because for the following reasons, and I'm going to show you that right now. I'm going to have Superman doing that. I'm going to turn on my trait. You see that? Now I just tried to meter burn my wall bounce. Superman hitting me during my trait pretty much canceled that out. Even if I was armored, it still cancels it out. Now take a look at this. Now I just tried to do the venom. I just tried to do that, but I couldn't. Well, I can't flinch. If an opponent is hitting me, I can't really do anything. Like, I'm trying to attack Superman right now, but I can't because he's already hitting me, and it's canceling out my attack. Now, in most cases, that's not really how it's usually exploited. This is how it's usually exploited. And this is my favorite way to really get people that like to spam this trait, or even the AI. Just that little light poke right there. In some cases, some characters is a lot faster, but the Doomsday pretty much is stuck if they get caught in it. Now another thing, some traits such as Superman's can actually completely break through Doomsday's armor. I'm going to show you that right now. That means it's going to instantly end like that. Even if I blocked it, it still will break through. Now here's another thing that can break through his trait. Supers. Even if it's blocked, it will end instantly if he blocks a super. Now another thing that can break through his trait is Green Lantern's minigun when it's meter burn. Now I've learned this from online. Like that pretty much makes his trait useless, even if it's activated right at the beginning. Another thing that I could probably say that will help you out a lot is do not just spam the unblockables. Do not just spam this. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. Sometimes it'll just run into the opponent that has no idea how to block this or avoid it, and it'll work. But sometimes it won't. For example, because there are ways to stop the supernova. And I'm going to show you that. For example, if you do this, you'll armor yourself and then withstand the hit and just set them up for a combo. Or in the case of Deathstroke, you can do that and trade without using meter. However, this can be used to actually trick the opponent, because of the fact that you won't know there's one thing about this move. You won't know there's meter burn until Doomsday comes down and shoot at the screen. And I've done it many times and tricked my opponents into thinking that I was gonna meter burn it to them, and they've wasted like 2 or 3 bars of meter trying to figure out whether or not I was gonna meter burn it or just leave it meterless. Like that. So that is definitely a good way to keep your opponent on his feet and keep them guessing. Now another thing that I've also learned is that many opponents, especially Batmans, like to start off the fight jumping in the air. So it never hurts to start the match with an air snatch and then get a free hit and a free bar of meter. Plus it's not really punishable because of how fast it starts up and how fast it ends. So it's not really, you don't really have to worry about risking being punished that much. Now his upward venom, it kind of has a weird property to it. If at a certain distance, and most of the time if the first original attack misses, this can actually be used as a cross up, the meter burn version, and actually pop them up for a combo like this. An easy 19% combo just from that cross up. Another thing, now Doomsday is not really too keen on having long combos because he's not much of a character that needs those type of combos to really damage the opponent. For example, this combo does 26% damage, and that's just 5 hits. Take a look at this one. Now that was only 4 hits and it did 32% damage. What about this one? This does 34 and it only used 1 bar of meter. Correction 2, sorry about that. Now what if we link this into his super? That does 40% damage. Now the one thing about Doomsday, he really focuses on basic attacks. He pretty much has some of the best basic attacks that I've ever seen, and or one of the more safe characters when it comes to attack strings. For example, take a look at this. His heavy when blocked. This actually knocks the opponent back. This is one of the safest attack strings in the game. And you usually only see that type of knockback on supers. Not really for basic attacks. So your best bet with this character is to really just hit him with basic attacks that will knock him back, because a good bit of these attacks are safe. Because Doomsday does his best work in the corner, from my experience. Just keep pressuring him like this, and then set him up. And another thing, now Doomsday is one of the few characters that actually has an unblockable basic attack string. This attack string right here, the ultimate, is unblockable. The throw section anyway. Now one thing, in many cases, sometimes the AI will just find some way to slip out of it by just dashing back. But in most cases, many players do not know how to really block the attack or avoid it, or know that it's unblockable. So it's a good way to catch your opponent off guard. Now, one thing, you're usually going to want to end your combos with this, the heavy attack, because it causes a hard knockdown and it's his most damaging basic attack. This alone does 15% damage. So you're usually going to try to use that as your combo ender on most of your combos. Now sometimes that won't work. Like I was lucky to be able to get that off. That requires a good bit of timing if you're going in the air with a heavy air attack. Your safest bet is usually the medium, because the heavy requires a lot of timing. But if you do happen to get it, it does 29% damage, no meter, and that's just 4 hits. Now another thing about its super, it's also an anti-air. So if your opponent is trying to jump in, especially if their opponent likes to jump, or like Batman's, most of the Batmans that I face usually like to jump in the air and get you with cross-ups. You can use this to catch them off guard. Now this has to be about the instant that they jump, or it'll miss. Because while it is an anti-air, it has a short range in the air. So it's not. So when you think about it, it's not exactly an anti-air, but it can still be used to catch opponents out of the air as they're coming down with the right timing. Because if your timing is off, it will miss. Like that. Now you may have an easier time with characters that have bigger hitboxes, such as Lex Luthor, or Bane, or Doomsday himself. So you're usually going to try to experiment with that. Now, one last thing that I've learned from playing with Doomsday is that using your Venom helps out a lot. It really puts pressure on your opponent and closes distances greatly. However, you want to try not to be too over aggressive with it, because I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you why in a second.
Doomsday. Batman.
We're going to go with Batman. Now this was by off a sheer chance. I haven't really faced anybody online that, or the AI that really does this or knows about this, but now Batman's cape parry that can actually parry his venom. Now it cannot parry his upward venom, but it can parry his straight venom. So you want to be careful about that. This includes his meter burn. And speaking of that, now another thing about Doomsday, he does not have any type of good low mix-ups. Meaning, if you're too over aggressive and not trying to mix up your opponent with specials, such as his Earthshake or his Supernova, or throwing them, that's another alternate. You're playing against characters like Batman or Joker, you're gonna get parried, and they will punish you off of it. Because I faced a Batman player a while back, like he's a really good player. He read my over aggressiveness and he punished me for it greatly, which almost cost me the match. So you're definitely gonna want to be careful about how much you press your opponent, especially if you're playing against someone like Batman or Joker that can really punish you and parry your attacks. But anyways, that's all for this video. This is pretty much all the things that I've learned from the time that I've played with Doomsday. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I really do hope that this helps strengthen your knowledge of this character, because he's definitely an underrated character, in my opinion. And if you're just watching this video and you have no idea how to play as Doomsday, and this makes you want to learn to play as Doomsday, I'm happy about that too. So please check out the video descriptions below if you want to really learn more about this character and really master him. Anyway guys, I'll see you next time on the next video.
They wins.
I will destroy you all!